Hey guys, welcome to a new video in this neural networks and deep learning tutorial. In this video here, we're going to talk about regularization. So in the last video, we talked about overfitting and underfitting in a neural network, and I mentioned shortly regularization and how we can use regularization to reduce overfitting in a neural network. So this is what we're going to talk about in this video here, and I'm going to show you like some different kind of methods we can use for regularization, and then I'm going to actually like show you how we can use regularization to reduce overfitting in neural networks when we are using Keras in actual code. So first of all, here we're going to have a short recap of what we went over in the last video about overfitting and underfitting. So we talked about these different types of scenarios here where we can have underfitting in our neural network and also underfitting in neural network. We talked about what it was and what causes overfitting and underfitting in neural networks and how to reduce it. Because when we're training a neural network, we have this validation error here and our training error, and optimally we want those two to converge together towards a low error. So we can see here that the error it gets less and less with the training error here, but we can see that our validation error at some point starts to get greater and greater, and it begins to like converge longer away from the training error here, which will cause overfitting, because then we can't generalize with our model, and our model can't predict the new data that it hasn't trained on, so our model has overfitted. And in case of underfitting, our model is not complex enough, or it hasn't trained for long enough, or not enough data. So it's underfitting, and it can't really like predict on any new data because it hasn't like learned anything because of the complexity or the amount of data that we have trained it on. So in this video here, we're going to talk about regularization and how we can reduce overfitting in a neural network, because overfitting is one of the most common errors or like common things that happens when we're training a neural network. So and then we want to use this regularization here, which is just a parameter that we can tune on. So the idea behind regularization is that we have our loss function here when we are updating our weights when we're training our neural network. Then we can use regularization to add a new term to our loss and to our weight in a neural network, so we can some kind of way penalize the complexity of a neural network. So we can go into all the like the hidden layers and all the neurons in the layers, and then we can actually like penalize some of these neurons and some of these layers here. So some of them will actually like go towards zero, so they will not be firing when the neural network is active. So this is an example here. As we can see, we have this neural network here with two hidden layers, and all of these layers here are fully connected. And then we can see like it kind of works like dropout here. So in case we have regularization where the regularization turns at so like the dropout, also like the neuron's weight is equal to zero. So this is kind of like the same as dropout, where we then just drop out some of the neurons in some of the layers, and in some cases we even drop out full hidden layers. So in this case here, we will reduce the complexity of our neural network, and we won't have this overfitting here. So overfitting, so we're not overfitting to the data, so we're not able to do predictions on new data that the model hasn't seen or like it hasn't trained on before. So this is like the basic idea behind regularization, is to penalize the complexity of our model and reduce it in some kind of way, with either like reducing the complexity of the neurons or even full layers. So some of the methods here that we can use for regularization, and the most used ones, is the L1 and L2 regularization. So the L1 here is we have this loss here, which we already know. We talked about loss functions in one of the earlier videos when we're training our model. Then we're using a loss function to calculate, or like to get the loss of our neural network, and then we can use that loss to do backpropagation in a neural network and update the weights in the training process. But we had this error term here from our loss function. So in regularization, we add this another term here. So already said that we're penalizing the complexity in our model, and we can do this by adding this term here. So we have this lambda parameter here, which is the regularization term. So this is the parameter for the regularizer that we can choose, and we will also need to specify this parameter here in the Keras function. And then we can see that we just sum up all of these all of the weights here for a neuron in the case of L1 regularization. So and then we just take the absolute value of the weight here, and then we sum it up and multiply it with this regularizer term here. But in L2 regularization, we have a bit more complexity here, where again we have the loss here equal to the error, which is from the loss function, and then we add another term here where we can have the same lambda or like regularizer parameter. But instead of we take the absolute value here of our weight, we square the sum, and then we sum all of the squared weights. It was weights. So the main difference is that L1 regularization up here, it tries to estimate the median of the data, because we're taking this absolute value here and summing them together, and then we scale it by this regulator factor. So it tries to estimate the median of the data, while L2 regularization it tries to estimate the mean of the data to avoid overfitting. So this is like the objective, what we want, and you can even like combine these two regularizations here together, so we can both have L1 and L2 regularization running at the same time. But often we just choose this L2 regularization here because it works pretty good, and it works for most of the applications out there, so it's probably the most used one. So you should definitely try out L2 regularization if you have overfitting in your neural network when you have trained it. Then try out the L2 regularizer and try to like play around with the parameter or like this of this gamma parameter here. And then now we're going to see like how we can actually like go into code and specify these regularizers here in Keras. But first here we're going to see like from the documentation here of Keras, we have these regularization here in Keras, where we have 3 different kind of regularizers or like penalties that we can apply to our layer or our neural like the layers or like the neurons inside of the layers. So first of all, here we have this kernel regularizer here, which is a regularizer to apply a penalty to the layer's kernel. So now we're penalizing like the neuron or like the layer's kernel. And we can also have this bias regulator and the activity regulator, where in the bias regulator we add a penalty to the layer's bias. So we're going to talk about biases in a future video, but we have already been over like how we have a weight and we have a bias in our neural for all the neurons in our layers. And then we can also have this activity regularizer here, where we apply a penalty to the layer's output. So after we have been through the activation function with our weights and the bias, then we can actually like penalize the output. So these are the 3 different types of like regularizers we can use in Keras, and we can see that we specify it down here, where first of all we need to import it from the TensorFlow Keras here, and then we import the regularizers that we want to use. And then down here we can specify like we want a kernel regularizer to be equal to L1 and L2, so we actually like use the combined regularizer here. And then we need to specify this gamma value here, which is the regularization factor for the L1 and also for the L2. And we can also do the same here for a bias regularizer, where we need to specify the parameter as well. And if you only want to use L2, for example, we just use this regularizers dot L2 here, and then specify the gamma value inside of here. So we don't need to specify all 3 here. We can just use like, for example, L2 regularizer on the kernel, and that will also reduce overfitting in your neural network. So these are just like all the options that we have. So we're not into the Keras API documentation here, because I just wanted to show you like how you can look up these regularizers here in the Keras API documentation. And if we go into the layer weight regularizers here, we can see that the regularizers allow you to apply penalties on layer parameters or layer activity during optimization. So this is during the optimization process when we're training our neural network with the loss function that we already talked about. And then these penalties here are summed into the loss function that the network optimizes. So this is what we saw in the formulas or in the equations that I just showed you in the slides. And then regularization penalties are applied on per layer basis, so we can actually like have different kind of regularizers for each layer in a neural network if we want to do that, or if that helps us reducing overfit in some of the layers. If we have some really complex layers, then we might need to have some other different kind of parameters for that specific layer. And the exact API will depend on the layer, but many layers like dense layers, convolutional, one-dimensional, and two-dimensional, three-dimensional, they all have a unified API, so we can use the regularizers for these different kind of layers here, and these are the layers that we're going to actually use in this deep learning and neural networks tutorial. And then we just specify the things here that we already went over in the slides, and we can see like how we can specify them, and also we can see the available regularizers. So we have the L1 regularizer, and we have the L2 regularizer, and here we have the attributes to this function. So this is the gamma factor or the regularization factor that I already talked about. So this is the only parameter that these optimizers or like these regularizers here take. And then we also have this L1 and L2 function here, where we both apply L1 and L2 penalties, and we can see that this is like how it is computed. So we have the loss, which is the L1 times the reduced sum of the absolute value of the x values, and for L2 we have this squared of the x values. It's also possible to create your custom regularizers if you want to, and if you know what you're doing, and for some specific application where you want to do some specific task and you want to like penalize your neural network in some specific way that you want to customize yourself. So let's now jump into the code here and see like how we can actually like do this here in Keras. So we're going to do it on one of the models that were already created. So all of this code here, we've already been over it in previous tutorials where we have been over like how to create a sequential model, how to create some random data on a vaccine trial, and how we can train the model. We talked about like epoch per epoch, what's going on in the training process, and then we did predictions on new data that our neural network hasn't seen before. So if you're interested in those here, make sure to watch the previous videos that I already made in this tutorial here, where we go over all of these blocks of code here. But if you go down to the bottom here, I have like how we can use regularizers in neural network with Keras, as we just went over in the documentation. So first of all, we need to import this from the TensorFlow Keras here. We need to import the regularizers, and then we have this sequential model here that we created in one of the previous tutorials, which is the actual model that we made, that we created and trained it, and then did predictions on new vaccine trials. And then for each layer here in a neural network, for each hidden layer in a neural network here, we can specify the kernel regularizers. So in this case here, just to show you guys, I've just chosen like kernel regularizers, so we're penalizing the kernel in the layers. And then we specify this gamma value here of 0.01, and this is just like the regularizer factor. And if your model is still overfitting, even after you're doing this kernel regularizer here, like you can play around with this parameter here and try to tune it so you get the most optimal training result, and so that your neural network is not overfitting anymore. So this is really easy to specify with Keras. So just go into your hidden layer where you want to penalize some of the complexity in your neural network if overfitting occurs when training. And then you just specify this line of code here, the kernel regularizer, and then regularize what type of regularizer you want to use. And in this case, if we just want the L2, we can also use the combined one or only the L1. So, and then you can also use like the bias regularizer or like the activity regularizer if you want to use that, and try to use that also if you want to reduce overfitting even more, or if this wasn't enough for reducing overfitting in your application. So thank you guys for watching this video, and remember to hit the subscribe button and bell notification on the video, and also like the video here if you like the content and you want more in future. I really appreciate your support. It helps me and the YouTube channel out in a massive way, so thank you a lot, guys. And if you're interested in one of the other tutorials I'm doing, I'm currently doing a computer vision tutorial in OpenCV with and C++, and then I'm also doing an algorithm data structure tutorial in C++. So if you're interested in into one of those tutorials, I'll link to one of them up here, or else I'll just see you in the next video, guys. Bye for now.